And we are live. Happy New Year, everybody, from Team What Now? We're a week later than we said we'd be, but we thought you'd give you all a chance to just relax into the new year, get over your headaches before you started listening to our mad banter. And here we are. I'm Mel Byron. You know this. And to my, I never can do this, right? There she is Ribs Norman.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, and then next to her is Sharon Jackson.
No, damn it. No.
Can't really see Sharon because she's in camouflage tonight. Disguised as I don't know what. But anyway, she's in disguise. Ribs is disguised as someone wearing funky jewelry. And I'm just wearing a big cardigan because it's cold. So if you're dialing in early in the morning in the Southern Hemisphere, be assured that it is very, very cold here in England land at the moment. So, ladies, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling about the new year?
It's all right.
Optimistic.
It's all right and optimistic, said with no real feeling. I think it's.
You know what? I always go positivity. I am really not a positive.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard because you remember last year we'll go, 2021, it's going to be amazing, and now we'll all get fined £200 if we go 6 miles from our house.
Unless you're the Prime Minister on a bike.
Well, yeah, unless you're the Prime Minister, yeah. So who knows? Who knows? But ladies, we must all have thought to ourselves, okay, we're going to start this year afresh. Hello, Roshi. Hello. Well, so we call Roshi Wellbeing. I like that name. So, ladies, I've got to ask, first of all, do we have any New Year's resolutions?
Yes.
Yes, again, very tentative. I'm going to go with Sharon first. Sharon, what's your New Year's resolution?
After just spending hours with my accountant, I'm going to be more business-like. I am going to be so good. I'm not just going to wing it by the seat of my pants anymore and then just give my accountant like loads of shit at the end of the year and say, I'm sorry, you deal with it. So I am. Yeah, I spent all day yesterday setting up spreadsheets and doing this. And just before I come on here, I was going all through the bank accounts and linking invoices, which I know that most people in business do just as a matter of fact. But I don't normally do that. So that's my New Year's resolution.
That's your New Year's resolution. But aren't there those things you can get? They're always advertising on the telly, like QuickBooks and things. You can just zap all your... No.
That's been downloaded on my phone for probably about... before the first lockdown, which seems like it was like years ago. But just before the last lockdown, I had it downloaded on my phone and I've never used it. There you go.
Fair enough. So Sharon's going to be more businessy. So you know what that means? Because you're very good at paying invoices really quickly. That means now that everybody who invoices you will have to wait for months to get paid. Because that's what business people do. Right, Ribs? Yeah, you have to knock on people's doors to get your money. So that's a shame.
Don't blame me. It's a new resolution.
Well, it's a good resolution to be more businessy. Ribs, what about you? What's your resolution for the year?
I resolved to invoice Sharon much earlier than ever before. I don't know.
This is one of the ones that I go, I'll do that in a minute. This is my point. Because she's a friend, I go, I'll do that one in a minute. And then another 4 emails will come in. And then I go, shit, I haven't played Wednesday.
So, Ribs, you need to invoice before you've done the thing that Sharon. But if Sharon's even asked you, just have a rolling invoice going in every month.
Yeah. So that is my New Year's resolution, though. My New Year's resolution is to write more.
Oh,
So
tell us more.
Do more writing. And I already started. I sort of cheated. So at the end of last year, I started writing a daily diary to get in the habit of writing, and I've done that for 4 months now. So that's a good start. And now I'm going to try and write something every day. But I'm not saying it's every day, because I've fallen into that trap many times before, and then you don't do it one day and then you feel like you're a complete failure. So I'm just going to write more, which is quite vague, I know, but I think it'll work.
So just write anything, or do you think, okay, this week I'm going to start on the novel or the play?
I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do it, because I've got lots of ideas for different things. One is a novel, one is a sitcom, a play, blah blah blah, jokes, all bits and pieces. So I don't quite know whether a scattergun approach is a good way of doing it, or whether I should do, okay, I'm doing a novel on Tuesdays and jokes on Wednesdays. I don't know. Haven't worked that out
yet. That's why you need a business plan.
Exactly. This is what we should all have, is a business plan. Yeah. I haven't got one. Well, I started one, and then it all went out the window because 2021 didn't start how we planned it to start.
How did I know out of the three of us you would be the one that had the business plan?
I'm trying so hard. I mean, I don't have Ribs's productivity when it comes to creative things, I have to say. I mean, she, jokes and videos and plays and stuff. Yeah, Ribs, you're pretty prolific already.
Am I? I don't think I am. I feel like I waste so much time doing stupid things. Hello, my brother, who is actually in the same house as me.
Oh, hello, Greg.
I feel like I spend a lot of time not doing very much, or thinking about writing or reading books about writing when I could be doing the writing. And when I'm reading the book, I'm not paying attention because I'm thinking, oh yeah, I could apply this. So then I'm not reading the book or doing writing. So I don't know.
I used to do that as a student. I used to read loads of books about how to study and remember your revision instead of revising for my exams, because I thought that would help me. But we look forward to perhaps seeing some of your output. Or is that putting too much pressure on?
No. I think what is the point in writing stuff if you don't share it? Really, I'm not writing it for me. I need validation from external sources.
Right, audience members, Ribs's one-woman show will be coming to you soon via the What Now platform. No, that's good. That's a really good goal, because I've got. I was going to show you, my book is on the floor at the moment. I've been writing a book for 2 years, and it's on the floor, piles of paper with red pen on them. So you've inspired me. You've inspired me. So I have my one resolution. I have a few. But one that I thought I'd really get into this year, and because I sort of did it last year without thinking, is I'm not going to buy any clothes or shoes for Sharon's already going, no, it's all wrong. I'm not going to buy any clothes or shoes all year. Last year, I wore like the same 6 things over and over again. So what's the point?
Wow.
So I'm going to try and do that. I didn't spend much last year, but then I read about, Deborah Meaden off of Dragon's Den. She said she did it last year, but then thought, since she didn't really do it properly because she didn't go anywhere, she's going to do it again this year. And people just kind of piled in on her and went, oh, well, you're rich, so it's fine. But I kind of think that's the point.
Wardrobes.
Yeah, but I kind of think that's the point. If you can afford it and you choose not to, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a better thing. So, I mean, I'm just doing it because. Hey, hello, and it's eco-friendly, says Christoph. Yeah, exactly. And if I lost 10 kilos, which is another goal, a load of clothes that I haven't worn for years would just open up to me, and I might as well do that. I might as well lose 10 kilos, eh?
Yeah.
I just, I think as long as we're in lockdown, the number of clothes I need to wear just is really quite small. So,
It's
I
true.
probably need some socks, maybe a bra, but otherwise, I'm cool.
No.
I'm cool.
No.
I know, Sharon, it's horrifying to you, the idea that I will not have any boxes to unbox.
It is.
You can buy other things, Mel. Stationery, books, all sorts.
Exactly. Do you know what? Talking of stationery, Ribs, I was just going through, I was tidying up my desk and I was looking at all my pens. And to be honest, if I don't stay in a hotel or go to an event soon, I'm going to have to start buying pens. I reckon I've only got another year before I actually have to start buying pens. I mean, I get them all. Do you do the same? I mean, all my pens, this from a hotel, that's from a hotel, that's from an event I went to, that's from an event I went to, that's from my old office. I reckon I've got a year, tops, and then I have to buy some pens.
So what you're not going to do, you're not going to buy clothes, you're just going to go and steal them like you steal your pens. Is that what you're trying to tell us you're going to do now?
But in fairness, I mean, the pens are left in hotel rooms and event places for you to use. And then I think, well, since I've used it's like, am I the only person who, if I've used a little bottle in a hotel, then I take it home? Because what's the point of
I take it home whether I've used it or not.
I take it home, and then what do you do with them? You just have loads of them at home, just pointlessly. So I stopped doing that.
But just use them. And also, if you're traveling like for a weekend away, and you're staying in an Airbnb, and you're flying, you can use them in your in your little bag that you can only have 15.
I don't understand any of those concepts. Weekend away, flying. What are you talking about?
I know. We are going to have to explain all of this with flip charts to people soon, because it's a year.
Don't you get jealous about watching people on telly? I find myself watching telly going, no, you can't go that near to her. You're not 2 meters away.
Yeah.
And then realise it was something in the 80s.
Yeah. What are you doing in France? How dare you?
They had a party on EastEnders earlier. A party. You're like,
what
are you doing?
Oh,
is it really EastEnders?
Yeah.
Not really EastEnders. It's not real, but it's quite funny because they're obviously filming it with distancing measures because they are real people and it is filmed in pandemic, but they've decided the storyline won't quite have the same restrictions of wearing masks and stuff. So then they're having a party, but they're all in different corners of the room. Not mentioning the fact that they're doing that. It's very odd.
Right, this is the thing, and I'm really not going to get political. But this is the thing. I always find myself veering over to that, and I'm really not that political. But this is. So I watched the press conference today, and it's like, stay at home unless your job's. We don't need to tighten the rules, because if you just stay at home unless your job's essential, filming EastEnders is not really essential to me. If it means that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we did without it in the first lockdown. I don't think anybody said, oh my God, like, I would rather people got infected with COVID so we could watch our EastEnders. I don't think anyone said that. I don't know why it's essential. And
I did miss it.
And the other thing is, EastEnders, you always watched EastEnders if your life was really shit. So you'd watch EastEnders and go, oh, at least my life's not that bad. But now we watch EastEnders and we go, oh my God, they're having a party.
I know, you're right, actually.
That's so true. Well, that's a very interesting point you've brought up there, Sharon. Let me move on to our next topic of today then, which was what I was going to ask. What are we doing, and what are other people doing? Chip in to look after our mental health during this. Clearly, watching EastEnders is not aiding your mental. It's not aiding Sharon's, but it's aiding Ribs's mental health. So, do we we have well-being tips or things that we're doing or anything to help us, you know, brain-wise, spiritual. Ribs, pick this story up since you opened the EastEnders.
Following on from my last year's do random courses, why not? I signed up for another random course, well-being for creative artists. So yes, so it's mental well-being, I think. Well, generally, and I've only done one session so far, and it was quite good. It's quite out of my comfort zone because it's a bit sort of woo-woo, you know, imagine this, imagine that. But I quite enjoyed it. I mean, it was a bit awkward because we're on Zoom and I hate Zoom, and we're having to talk to other people. Don't like that much. And they were all proper artists, you know, like painty kind of artists, not writey artists. And so that scared me a bit. And they were all American as well, which was also weird. And we had to do stretching exercises in front of the camera. But then we did some other stuff and talked about what is talent and all sort of ethereal things like that.
Ooh,
and then at the end, what the best bit was, there was a visualization thing at the end, and you had to imagine you're on a stage, and then you had to imagine you had a magic wand and you were making the audience laugh. And I said, I can imagine this. I totally can imagine. That was the best bit.
Okay, because you channeling real life. So can I ask, what did you come to? What conclusion did you come to on what is talent?
Well, we didn't argue. We had a discussion. Some people thought you were born with it, and some people thought you could just get it from, you know, practicing. So,
ooh, that's interesting.
I thought you have a germ of talent, and if you practice, you get really good at it.
Have you ever seen that? There's a program. It was on Channel 4, I think, and it took lots of people from different lifestyles and tried them out at things that they would never ever do in their life. And there were so many hidden talents. One woman, I think she worked in a bank. She ended up being like a deep sea diver. You know, like when they go down, like, and went into the Olympics or something. And she would never have found that. So I do agree. I think we've all got, and obviously with my work with the FASD world, we always say everybody's got. We like to say everybody's got a brilliant. We just have to find that brilliant.
Yeah. Everybody's got a gift. Some people go through their whole lives, sadly, never finding it or never knowing it was there, which is even worse, and never kind of tapping into it. So I agree. I think we've all got something. Some things we're better at than others, but we've all got a germ of something. And if you work, I think you're right. You know, it's like a muscle, isn't it? If you kind of work at it, you'll get better. Yeah. So you're going to carry on with the course, Ribs. You're up for carrying on.
It's another 3 sessions, so it's for all of this month, just on Friday. So yeah, I'm going to do the rest of them. Yeah, I haven't been scared off. It's a bit stressful. It's quite stressful, but I have thought about it a lot, and the things we talked about, I've thought about more since. So I think it is useful. Yes.
Oh, good. Creative people's well-being. Sharon, what are you up to, mental health and generalness wise?
Well.
That was a long
courses. I was trying to think because mental is different to physical. So I'm doing a 5-week joke writing course with homework.
I think that's fantastic.
Do you really?
Because again, what you've done is moved out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, really out of my comfort zone. Like, but I'm. You know, when you just sit there and think, I'm not doing it. Well, I am doing lots, but like, you know, I'm not doing anything for me. Everything's for other people at the moment. And I just want to do something. I just want to have them 3 hours that it's all about me.
Yeah.
And it's about, because I've spoken about this a lot, and I think being at home with everybody at home, because we've got Andy back at home as well, I'm starting to lose who I am again. Does that make sense? I go into the mum figure. So it's like, have we got any milk in the fridge? I don't know. You're only like a couple of steps
Open it and
away.
look.
Why don't you have a look? Why? And I find this really weird. Why I would know more information about whether we've got any milk left in the fridge than the other 4 people living in the house. Why would I? Have I got X-ray vision into the fridge?
But
Why
that
would I know this?
isn't that just the role that the mother, the woman, the wife always kind of just slots into? And then we do it to ourselves as well. Go, oh, we'll do it. Don't worry, I've got it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
So we do it to ourselves. So you're absolutely right to take something. Go, this is mine. Don't bother me.
Yeah,
Deal with it. I think it's great.
I think it's just going to be. Well, so it's going to be just pure joy back into just something selfish. I think that's what it is. I think again, mums and just females, we worry about being selfish, don't we, all the time?
Totally.
So, I'm taking it back for me.
Boom! Yes, I know. To be honest, I'm thinking in the same direction myself. And I was talking to my husband the other day. I'm trying to set more boundaries. It's what you were saying before, Sharon, about it's nice to have a place to go to work, and of course, neither of us has now. But I'm like, no, I've got to set boundaries now, and I can't work pure 9 to 5 and then watch telly every evening. I can do sometimes, but that's his rhythm. And I found it was making me really stressed because I was fitting into somebody else's rhythm. Because it's not something most of us wouldn't stay, especially if you're working in comedy. You're not going to be at home 7 nights a week, for months and months. So I've said from now on, if I don't follow that rhythm and I come upstairs and I do some writing or something, it's not personal, it's just that it has got to be the boundary that I set, and I think it's going to make me less stressed. Let's see how long I stick to it before I go, I'll have to go, he's going to be upset, and he hasn't said that. It's just me deciding that he'll be upset if I don't go.
It's not an issue. You've already played it forward into a massive problem that isn't even happening.
Exactly. So now I'm setting my boundaries and saying, right, this is my thing. Tuesday night, once a month is what now. On another night, I'll do this. Monday night, we love telly because it's quizzes. They do Mastermind and Only Connect and all that stuff. Yeah. So I love watching telly then. But otherwise, I just want to, do my thing, and potter. Yeah. And I like pottering. And so that's my boundaries. And I'm also doing a course. I'm doing a course on Friday. It's a one-off course. You're going to love this, girls. Sharon, you'll like it too. It's called the Money Magnet Masterclass.
I like the sound of that.
It's about how to attract not just some money, but loads of money.
Excellent.
I know. So and it's free.
Next week we can tap you up for a loan, yeah?
Yeah. I think it's based. Have you heard of this thing called the law of attraction, whereby if you're open to things, they can't. I think it's based on that. So if I sort of open my arms and my heart and my mind and go, money, come to me, then I'll have loads of money.
I've got because I am like that. I'm not sure how much I believe in it. But I think if you're positive, you end up saying yes to a lot more things, which then makes your opportunities bigger. So it does happen, but it happens because you're
For
just
example,
saying.
When you said, Sharon, do you want to do this chat show with Mel? I was like, don't know. Sounds good. And here I am.
Me and Sharon.
So I should have said
it has been brilliant. I mean, honestly, and I said this to you guys on a WhatsApp before Christmas, it has been one of the great highlights of 2020 has this. So whether it has for the audience, I can't say. But for us, sorry, guys. But for us,
we're just taking a selfish moment for ourselves.
Yes, we're having a me moment. Yeah. An us moment. But it's been brilliant. So open your hearts, open your minds, and attract money. I think basically what she's going to say is I need to put my prices up for all the things that I charge. So Sharon, those invoices that Ribs and I will be sending.
I was thinking that.
You can take longer to pay them, but they will be big. It's fine. I also need to say that I keep moving to the side because the little pointy thing is at eye level. So we may need to change the graphic here because it's in my glasses. Yeah. So I keep moving from side to side. So that can be another challenge, another thing. So yeah, mental health. Keep yourselves mentally buoyant. And dare I ask the question, physical health?
So I don't know if Gemma's still on. This is why I look like this at the moment. I'm doing 2 different programs. So one is more to do with what I put in my body, and the other one, they both are very similar. They both are both on that, but one is like just putting stuff in my body, and the other one is just like working it off. And I forgot how bad I affect to not having caffeine in my body. I like literally today, and I know tomorrow and the next day will be fine, but just today without having any caffeine, it's a bad one. And I've started doing like weight training, like just don't even get me on it. And apparently my weights were too small, so I've had to like double my weights. And my poor arms, even if I could drink a cup of tea, I don't think I could lift the cup with the tea in it.
What was this you were saying, Sharon, before we were chatting before about cardio? And you were saying cardio is bad if you're menopausal. The ladies will want to know this.
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, I mean, it's not. It's
Gotta move again.
It's all your like. So if you do cardio, apparently it aggravates the hormones that you're messing around when you're going through menopause. So it can put your body into stress. So it can then store fat. So if you're trying to lose weight when you're going through menopause, it's better to do weight training and that sort of exercises than it is cardio.
Right.
So it won't make you put on any weight.
10-year pass. Because it can take 10 years menopause, so no cardio for 10 years. Excellent.
Yes.
Hooray!
So I stopped the couch to 5k, just like that.
Any excuse.
I just went, oh well, the personal trainer says I'm not allowed to do couch to 5k. Although then when I saw her workout, I'd rather do the couch to 5k.
Oh really?
Squats with weights. I'm like not doing anything like that.
Oh, squats with weights in your hands.
Yeah. 10 times, and then you have to do another 4 times. Like you have to do 10 and then do it 4 times, the whole routine.
Yeah.
My poor arms.
But now it makes me think that clearly that's what's wrong with me. It's not my eating. It's that I've been doing too much cardio. So it's just been overdoing the exercise. Gosh.
That's it.
Wow.
Interesting. By the time we get back here for the next show, I will look completely different.
Because the caffeine.
And I don't mean my hair. It will be like
I just want my hair cut. At first I wasn't bothered, but now I'm like, okay, I really need a haircut now. But it's not going to happen till at least March, I think, maybe even later. Oh, awful. Ribs, tell us about your physical regime.
Well, rather like Sharon saying she's concentrating on things she's putting into her body. I should probably not share this with the public, but I'm doing a program called Strong Core and Pelvic Floor. And it's from these Australians called Shani and Julius. And it's about fixing your body after you've had a child. Now, I have waited 12 years to get around to this. So it's going to be a slow process. And yes, so it's I haven't started yet because my brother's in the house and I think I'd rather he was not when I'm doing this thing. They're behind closed doors, locked doors, kind of thing. And I won't go into any more detail. I'm sure you can imagine. Yes, but then I will be able to do some kind of interesting burlesque act, I think, afterwards with ping pong balls. I'm not doing that.
I need to get live on here.
Yeah. A whole new career opens up in Bangkok.
I just like to say, as you said that line, Rick, the viewers went up.
Yeah.
Honestly, the line they did.
Maybe not of our core target market, though. Let's be frank.
The whole point of it is so that, trampolines are no longer a scary prospect, or running or whatever.
So like that woman. So that woman in the advert who's lifting weights, who says she's got a secret weapon in her underwear. You won't need the.
No. And there'll be no little bit of "we won't stop me," because there won't be. Not that there is actually, but anyway. So yes.
Okay, that's a lot of information there, Ribs. You've given us.
I told you, I tend to overshare, and I've just done it.
I might look different by the next show, but next show I'll be looking at you differently.
Yeah, exactly. But the bit that Ribs is working on won't be visible because it's below the blue line.
I'm sure the way I look at her will be completely different because I'll know what she's been doing.
Yeah,
I can use it in my imagination.
Maybe she'll be sitting with tennis balls or whatever. No, it's not tennis balls. It's ping pong balls.
Well, I mean, it wasn't Big Baby, to be fair, but I
don't know where to stop. Rugby, but I don't know.
Have you seen that game with the dogs, Ribs, where you just put a tennis ball and it keeps firing it out for the dogs and the dogs bring it back? You can be a human one of them.
How's the viewer numbers now, Sharon?
They're dropping.
They're dropping. Yeah, do you know what? That doesn't surprise me, actually. I think we've eliminated some of our core. We need to bring them back. But no, it's fascinating. It's interesting because the thing is, when we get to a certain age, the pelvic floor. I mean, I haven't had children. Sharon, you haven't had kids either, have you? But I definitely feel that things are not, taught. I think might be the words. Yeah. I need to get into this. I need to get into
back on the results, but not in a detailed fashion.
Okay.
In a general fashion.
I think I've told you this before, but I mean, I've got a kinky urethra, and that I was born with. It wasn't a talent that I grew. I was born with a kinky urethra. But it means that I don't have a little bit of weed that stops me. It won't come out. I used to have to go into hospital about every 6 months and have it opened up again. And then it just didn't. It just used to collapse. And my consultant said to me, I know it's a bit of a pain now with all these UTIs, but by the time you reach 45, you'll be really glad you got a kinky urethra.
Oh my God, the number of times I get up in the middle of the night, it's just, it's somebody once said to me, somebody I knew, she said, after I turned 60, I knew I'd got old because I kept having to get up in the middle of the night. And I thought, well, I've been old since I was about 30. How is if that's the measure, then I'm already way past. I should have had my COVID vaccine by now. On that
I think a bit of that though, don't you think? In the middle of if you wake up in the middle of the night, you always think, "Do I need a wee?" And then you spend about 5 minutes thinking, "No, I don't. Do I? Or I might do." And then you think, "Oh, well, I might as well get up." And then you think, "I might as well get up." So you probably don't really need one. It's just.
Do you think? Yeah. Because sometimes I can't get back to sleep, and I wonder what it is that's stopping me going to sleep. And then I think, it's my bladder.
And do you sit on the toilet with your eyes closed?
Yeah.
So
I go to the toilet with my eyes closed. all the
You
way
go
there.
and go like that, so it doesn't make you wake up too much.
This is a whole new area of discussion that's opened up here. That, oh my goodness, because we are making good time. So I'm keeping an eye on the time as we discuss. So we do have time to open up the discussion to areas that we hadn't thought about. I mean, physically, I'm just going to say, I'd love to lose 10 kilos. That's my thing for this year. That would be a lovely thing to be able to do. Clearly, cardio is not an option. I was doing this weight management course. I've got the book here. I think I showed this last time. It's my book. I've got the book. And to be honest, I'm the only person in the class who hasn't lost an ounce, or at least I was before Christmas. We will see what happens on this. I had to have a special remedial lesson with the teacher.
Very naughty woman.
I know it was really. I don't think this overall program works for everybody because I'm over 50, because I have menopause. I don't think you can apply the same things to everybody. Like, they're mad about 10,000 steps a day. They're absolutely obsessive about it. And I don't know that 10,000 steps per day, because I could just do 10,000 steps by going out and running, which would be cardio.
Yeah,
but that wouldn't help me. So it would be better to do. I like to do Zumba and things like that.
10,000 steps a day. It's just a random number. It doesn't mean they just made that up at some point. It didn't mean it's not anything scientific.
They made it up for the 1966 Tokyo Olympics, and it was a thing that somebody in Japan made up. And I think Japanese for 10,000 is kind of like a snappy word, and so they use this snappy word to to denote a healthy activity. They wanted everybody to be healthy in Japan because they were hosting the Olympics, and for some reason it stuck for 50 odd years that this is what we have to do. And I have to say, I don't believe it. They're also very keen on 3 square meals a day, 3 times a day at regular times, which again, I don't know. I'm not.
Do you know what my dad always says? This is like, when your dad says something, you go, really? But this sort of makes sense. He says that we haven't developed enough as human beings from cave, which is why we have gluten. Like, some people have gluten, so we're not ready for bread and blah blah blah, and milk. So he said, what would an average caveman do? An average caveman would go out hunting, kill the food, and then have a feast in the evening. So we would be burning off all the calories during the day and not having anything to eat, and then have a big meal in the evening when you have your feast. So maybe we haven't evolved as much as we think we have. And I have to also add, of a family of 4, he's the only fatty, not fatty. My dad has never put on weight. He's always been really wiry, and the rest of us are like quite big. Sorry, Mum.
Well, my brother has just said. My brother's just said he only eats once, so perhaps he's a caveman. Once a day.
But don't they say, what's the saying? You're supposed to breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dine like a pauper, which is the opposite of what you're saying. You're actually supposed to eat less at night and have your bigger meal during the sort of early part of the day. But I quite like this fasting thing. I know Michael Mosley is kind of like doing all that, and I tried that a bit in 2019, and I did lose weight by like not eating for 15 hours and so at a time. And you can do that during the hours that you're asleep. They can be part of the 15 hours. And it really did work for me. But at the moment, again, because I'm in a rhythm of being with somebody else who does 3 meals a day, I kind of feel that I find that quite hard to do. So I feel like I'm being antisocial if I don't have a big dinner with him, or a big-ish dinner. But I can't be horrible to him all the time. Quite horrible. No, I'm not. I can't ignore it. But yeah, so I actually think that I'm not sure about this course. I just don't think it's a one size. I think it's a one size fits all, and I don't think that works.
No,
I agree with you.
Yeah, I think we've all got our little quirks, and some of us are older. I mean, we're just older. Let's get with we're older. Don't work for us anymore. But yeah, 10 kilos. Then if I lose 10 kilos, I'll have loads of clothes that I haven't worn for years, some of which I've hardly worn. And then, life will be fine and dandy. And by the end of the year, we'll be all out hugging one another anyway. And you'll find there's less to hug.
No.
Ribs, are you not just going to embrace hugging, because, so to speak?
No, I'm not. No.
That should be your New Year's resolution for next year.
Well, 2022, Ribs hugs everybody.
Yeah.
No, God, no. Maybe I hug one person a month or something.
Yeah, we could sponsor you.
Yeah.
That's right. We could sponsor you to hug random strangers. And other people. Okay, we're making it worse now. We're making it worse.
I must admit, even I would be and I'm a hugger, but random strangers might like.
One of the last gigs I did before lockdown, I think you were there, Mel, actually. It was a comedy lockdown. Was that called? Lock-in. Comedy lock-in. I can't remember the name of my own night now.
You organised it.
It was just when we were just starting to do the elbow thing. So just before everything happened. And right at the end, this bloke came up and said, I loved your set. And he hugged me. And it was just horrible. Because first of all, we were doing this. And second of all, I don't know who you are. And you're a big, sweaty, drunk man. Ooh. So, yeah. That makes sense.
Don't you remember? Well, at least, I mean, that when we did that thing in Gillingham in August, because you remember we were allowed to open up for a little while, and we did a gig. Yeah. And the guy who came up to me and went, nice little set you got there, babes. And almost, babes. And then he almost shook my hand, then realised that he shouldn't do that. So he said that. But my lasting memory is nice little set you got there, babes. Babes. I thought I might call my next show Babes.
Was he talking
about that on your poster? You've got to put that on a poster as a quote, definitely.
Yeah, was he talking about your jokes?
That's what I was
talking about another set.
That's what I'm pretty sure he meant. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wouldn't we have called that? Is that a well-known Kent phrase for the area, Chestle area? I'm pretty sure he meant jokes. I'm taking it as jokes, but I'm still a babes, so taking that one away with me. So, ladies, we've got 1 minute left. Any final words of wisdom?
Ooh.
Go out there when we can and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Go out, stay in.
Go out and stay in, yes. And hug nobody.
It's good for you.
It's just going to be, I just can't wait. You know, I just feel like it's just going to be Mardi Gras on steroids. Yeah. Like, that's what I just like. It is just going to be party.
Well, they say they're going to vaccinate. They say they're going to vaccinate all the over 50s by Easter. Boom, boom, boom! Senior party time. I know. Sorry, Ribs.
Well, actually, I don't like parties, so that's fine. They can do me last, and I can just stay in. Yay!
Yeah, and not hug anybody. Yes.
Not hug me. I'm not vaccinated.
Yeah.
But that's people are just going to start forging like these vaccination cards.
Yeah. So I think it's a long time before it'll be safe to get up close and personal. So meanwhile, we've still got this, and it's wonderful. And we're going to be doing this every month. And as people know, there is a physical venue, isn't there, Sharon? There's a physical venue.
There is a physical venue. It's got everything we need. It's set up. It's like the Mary Celeste at the moment. It's just there, just waiting for human beings to step through that door.
And we're going to be there as soon as we can. Meanwhile, join us. We're still going to be posting on Facebook. Yeah. Sharon will still be doing her videos from the bath. Ribs will be doing hers from all kinds of locations, but not the taxi at the moment. Is that right,
They'll
Ribs?
be expecting all sorts.
Why are you doing your exercises?
No ping pong balls. And you know, we want to be inspirational. Am I right, ladies? We want to be inspirational. We want to be motivational. Yes. One of my ambitions is to set up a kind of What Now club. We were going to do that at the physical venue. We're still going to be able to do that. We have workshops and stuff. But I think we're going to be rolling that out online as well. And I've got a workshop coming up on Monday. We'll advertise it in the Facebook group. But anything that helps us just to be, just gives us a bit of a boost and a bit of a lift. So I've got a confidence workshop on Monday. We'll put it in the Facebook group. Come and join us. It'll be a laugh and anything. We'll all have lots of things going on. So
and I'll be high on caffeine.
And Shaz will be high on caffeine, and Ribs will be oversharing. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just never going to see. I'm never going to see a tennis ball in the same way.
Not tennis balls.
I know, but Mel said it, and then
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of the word. And the thing about tennis balls is they're kind of furry, so they wouldn't. Ping pong. No, okay. I think it really is time we wrapped it up now. Viewer numbers are plummeting by the second. And it's been such a joy. We're back on the 5th of February, I think it is. No, what is it? The 1st of February. Hang on, I'll look it up. Hang on. 2nd of February. How about that? Tuesday, the 2nd of February, 9 p.m. GMT. We will be back. Thank you very much from me, from Ribs, from Sharon.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.